FlossTube, how are you? It's Colleen of Rebel Stitcher Designs, and I am joined by my assistant and sidekick in training, Findley. He is feeling a little sleepy right now, so hopefully I will be able to get a FlossTube filmed because I am long overdue. I have not filmed a FlossTube since before market, and we all know how long ago that was, so I have a lot of stuff to go over. So this will probably be a long video for me. And so pull up a seat, get your stitching out, and you know, hopefully I don't put you to sleep. I will do family updates at the end, but I'm not gonna do a full market recap because let's face it, there's been a million of them and it's kind of a ways away, but I'm just gonna hit some of the highlights of market for me. First, I wanna thank a couple people. Number one, my friend Jen Wagner, who is my super helper, who came again this year to market and helped me set up and helped me in my suite. She helps keep me sane because if ever there is a time where anxiety is going to flare up, at least for me, it is market. All that peopling and everything just makes me very anxious. So she helps keep me grounded and gives me a pep talk when I need it. And I also want to thank all of you for putting in pre-orders with your LNS or ONS for my charts. My pre-orders this year were crazy compared to last year. I mean, last year I was thrilled. This year was tremendous, and it was so helpful for me because you don't know what charts are going to be popular. Like, let's root for each other. Let me find it. It's under here. This chart was my #1 selling chart of market. It by far outsold everything. Which was a complete and utter shock to me. I didn't even send it to a model stitcher. I stitched it myself, and I just thought it was kind of funny filler. You know, I didn't really think people were gonna respond to it so positively. I mean, I'm thrilled, but like, the reason why the pre-orders are so helpful is because once I got pre-orders in, I was able to say, holy crap, I'm not gonna have enough charts if I fill all the pre-orders for people to come in and shop at market. So I was able to call up the printer and get more printed to bring with me because my goal is to never sell out at market. I don't want shops to be annoyed. I don't want people's orders to get delayed. If at all possible, I want to bring more than enough stuff so I don't sell out. That's just my theory. You know, there are times like I sold out of some needle minders because you just never know, but pretty much my goal is to never sell out of charts at market. So pre-orders are so helpful in that sense. So thank you all for your support and for shops that came in and saw me and shopped. It was great to a lot of new shops are carrying my work this year, and you know, people who've had me from the beginning, and I just appreciate it. It's fun to catch up with everybody, so thank you for all of that. You know, it's awesome. I'm just blown away. I will say the overarching theme of market this year, oddly enough, for me personally, not market for everybody, was New Orleans. It was the craziest thing. First of all, I wanted, when things slowed down and you could finally, as a designer, sneak out of your room, like on Sunday when it's slow, I wanted to go over and introduce myself and meet from Dirty Annie Stitching. And I walked in there and introduced myself, and she was like, oh my gosh, I have to give you a bag. You were my inspiration. She had these like reusable tote bags. But I gave it to my friend Susie, so I don't have it to show you. But, what do you call it? She's like, you were the inspiration for this bag because it said FlossTube on it. And I was like, I can't take credit for that. That's my friend Susie. So, it was so nice to meet her, and her husband was there. He was dressed as a merman, which, I mean, how do you not love that? And we were talking about, I told her that I had bought that, I don't think this is the right title for the chart, but like Christmas on the Bayou that I was going to stitch for Nicole. And she started asking all these questions about New Orleans and if Nicole was Cajun. And I was like, yeah, our family is Cajun. And so she sent me with a gift for Nicole. This should be part of Stitchy Kindness, but I'm just jumping around. And I am not going to, well, I'll try to say it. Lash Paz La Pot. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. So it basically translates to don't drop the potato and don't give up. And she's like, if Nicole is Cajun, she'll know this song. This chart is based on a lyric from that song. And I brought it home to Nicole, and Nicole's like, oh my gosh, yes. She's at, they play that song at every wedding in New Orleans. So she thought that was really sweet and loved that Nicole got a present on the way from market. And she's like, you know who would love that chart is Aunt Alice, because her one Aunt Alice I just adore. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know that I could have the patience to stitch this. I love Aunt Alice, but I don't know that I'll ever get that done for her. But thank you, Anne. That was awesome to meet you. And then another shop came in and completely bought me out of Voodoo Doll and Papa Noel needle minders. And it turns out they were from one of the cross-stitch shops I visited when I was in New Orleans with family over the holidays, Accents Incorporated. And I told them I was just in there over the holidays, and they were so nice, and we got talking about beignets and, you know, New Orleans stuff, and they were just, I said, oh my goodness, it's so cool because it's like full circle. Like I shopped in your shop, and now next time I come, my designs will be in there. So they grabbed a lot of my Halloween stuff because Halloween is huge in New Orleans, and a lot of other designs too. So that's super fun. And then even another New Orleans thing came up. It's such a whirlwind at market. I'm not quite sure. I want to say it was Misty from Mystic Fabrics came and bought a Papa Noel needle minder, but it might not be her because it was just like person after person, and I apologize if I'm getting this wrong. It's jumbled in my memory. And she said she had the Papa Noel needle minder in her hand. She's like, where are you from? And I was like, Philly. And she's like, she looked at me like I had 3 heads, and she's like, how did you get this so perfect then? If you're from Philly, like, how do you know about like Papa Noel's pirogue? Like, you've got it shaped perfectly and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, my wife is from New Orleans, and I had her double check my design and, you know, give approval, the thumbs up before I finalize it. She's like, oh, that makes sense. And I think she said her husband was from New Orleans. I don't think she was from New Orleans, but it was just everything was somehow connecting back to New Orleans to me while I was at market. It was interesting and fun. And I think I'm not going to get into market any more than that because it's been done a million times, but I thought that was super fun. I've got a lot. Let's tackle shop news and updates, and then I'll show you what I've been stitching on. I have some Stitchy Kindness and just a tiny bit of haul, and then some cool family updates for this little day trip that we took. So I guess that's the order we should do. Oh, by the way, can I just talk? Are you guys watching the women's college basketball tournament? Like, if you're not, go tune it in. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I've been a college basketball fan. I'm not a sporty person at all, but I like women's basketball. And oh my God, the talent, it's so good. Nicole and I have been watching every game. She was a point guard for Tulane, and hence her bad knees that she has. She paid for her master's degree from Tulane with her knees, basically, playing basketball. But, oh my goodness, we are just loving this. Last night, Caitlin Clark of the Iowa versus LSU. Oh my goodness, that was such a good game. So if you're not watching the women's basketball tournament, tune in. You will love it. South Carolina, coached by Dawn Staley, is undefeated. I love them. So there's just so much talent, and it's really fun. Okay, that's my plug. Okay, shop news. My Cottage Garden Threads bi-monthly club came out. Everybody should have gotten this by now. If you are in the club and you didn't get yours for some reason, reach out to me, because that would be a postal error, I would assume. But if you want to join the club, please email me. I'll have my email in the little drop-down description box. Every other month, you get 4 skeins of Cottage Garden floss that I've picked out and kind of curated, and a sticker. And oh, Cottage Garden Threads was at market this year, so I got to meet Katie and Pam, her mom, that we all did the Hearts for Pam designs for, and her mom was so appreciative of all the designers, and they meant to get a picture of all the designers that did Hearts for Pam, but I think it was just so crazy at market that you have all these good intentions. Like, I took like no pictures. You have all these good intentions, and then it just never kind of comes to fruition. He's asleep in my crook of my arm right now. So okay, so this is the Cottage Garden Thread bi-monthly club. The theme was pink, so you get a sticker every month in a nice little bundle. Let me slip this twine off of here. So in no particular order: willow, fuchsia, and I try to mix it up with some like less mottled and then some heavily mottled, Lennox, and the last one is Arlo. So this was the palette for the Cottage Garden floss for this past month. So thank you for all of you who are in the club, and hopefully you are enjoying, excuse me, getting those every other month. And again, I do have some spots available, so if you wanted to join, just I send out invoices via PayPal for the clubs. So while I was at market, I picked up some fabric. It's already been loaded on the website, and I've sold a lot of it already. But I'm going to be carrying a lot more of Fiber on a Whim. They're my neighbor at market, and I just adore them. And their fabric is so beautiful, and their Aida is so soft and yummy. It's like, picture this plus Aida if you are an Aida stitcher. It's not that crunchy, angry Aida. And they have it all the way up to 20 count, so I'm in heaven with their Aida, and their linen is gorgeous as well. I've got a couple models that are being stitched currently on Fiber on a Whim, but I'll just show you. I bought a lot of like high count Aida that I figure if I don't sell, I can use for models. But this is pistachio, and let's see, this is 20 count. That's pretty true. I'm just kind of show you some of the fabric I grabbed while I was at market. And again, if you look on my website, this should all be there. I think these are all half yards that I'm selling these. This is 20 count espresso. I'm not gonna hold on forever. Just old gold, parchment. This one is so pretty. See that modeling? Oh, so beautiful. And yeah, this is 20 count as well. And then this is part of the coffee series, caramel macchiato. God, it's so yummy, and it's so soft. See, these are quarter cuts, I think. Silver Fox, Dolce de Leche, more in the coffee series, more espresso. Here, I will skip over some of this. Well, here we go. Here's Dolce Leche. I'll show you because it's always interesting to see it in Aida and linen. So this is Dolce Leche 18 count and 36 count. So I always find that interesting to see how the dye takes it on different fabric. Here is parchment. This is 46 count parchment. Gotta find a safe, my pile's tipping over. Bear with me, I want to keep all the fabric safe. Bear with me. Hazelwood. This is 40 count. Ooh. More espresso. So I've got it in 40 count and 36. Just, it's such soft, such nice linen. And then I also picked up, and I've sold most of what I already have, and I am talking with Megan from Lap and Loops about possibly doing a Fabric of the Month club. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I just have a couple pieces of hers left, and these are also being sold by the half yard. This is Campfire Smoke in 32 count. Yeah, that's truer. This is Crypt Cloth in 40 count. She has really fun names for her fabric. This is Stone Fruit. So these are two fabric dyers that I picked up, and I will be carrying a lot more of. I have models in the works on both of their fabrics, and hopefully I'm just putting the linen away. Sorry, just so nothing happens to it. And will be carrying a lot more of their work in the future. If there's certain colors you want me to pick up for you, let me know, and I'd be happy to. And if you're looking for new to you, they're not new, but you know, if you want to try somebody different, fabric dyer wise, they're awesome people and amazing product. Okay, I'm working down my shop news. I have a new needle minder that I just added to the website called Game Over. This was part of Black Needle Society Back to the 80s box, I think it was called a while ago. So now it is available for everyone. I'm trying not to get a glare on that. So it's a Game Boy. So it's super fun if for, you know, nerdy gamer stitchers. Enamel needle minder that has been added to my website, which is rebelstitcher.com. Let's see, all of my charts from Market, all my Market release charts have just been added to the website, the hard copy paper charts. I am working on getting the PDFs. They should be done, I would say maybe in the next week or so. As I have mentioned in the past, am technologically challenged, and I don't know how to get PDFs up on my website. My friend Megan, who helps me with graphic design and tech stuff, does that, and she is a mom with 2 young boys, a single mom, and has her plate is overflowing. So I told her, whenever you have a chance, if you could do these for me. But I'm putting no pressure on Megan. So I'll post a thing on Instagram or whatever that the PDFs are up if you're a PDF stitcher. But for now, the hard copies are up. And why don't we do a giveaway? So if you are if you would like to try to win a chart, what I'll do is I'll let you choose any of my new Market charts instead of just one, because maybe you ordered that one. So you can have a choice. So here is Moonlight Garden. Let's Root for Each Other, which I showed before. Birmingham Girls Sampler, Fluent and Foul Language, Spring Quaker Bunnies and Chicks, and Susie's Peony Pincushion. Can't wait for the peonies to start blooming. So any of those charts, if you would like, and anyone from around the world can join or enter to win. You must be 18. Don't say win or giveaway or anything like that, because then all those creepy robots come. And what word should, let's say if you are outside of the US, I'll send you a PDF. So that way we don't have to spend a small fortune on postage, if that's okay with you. Let's see, what do we say? Say Rebel Stitcher or Rebel. Rebel. Let's do that. So use the word rebel in a chart, R-E-B-E-L. And just to clarify, it is not rebel like the Confederate flag rebel. Like, it's not like that. Like, that's not what my business is based on. It's rebel like you break the rules, rebel, kind of bad kid rebel. I just want to clarify that. So use the word rebel in your comments, and I will randomly pick somebody by next video, and you can pick your chart, your choice of my new market releases that I just showed. So all of the hard copies are up on my website. Let's say another bit of shop news is on my website. There's a separate tab kind of that if you scroll through for the Sweater Weather Stitch Retreat. I have a few spots open. There were some people that had some changes in their plans, and like a group of people were planning to come together. It just didn't work out. So I have probably close to a table worth of openings. So if you or a couple of your friends want to come to Sweater Weather, pretty likely I can accommodate you. So I put those open spots on the website, and that's what I'm going to do. I initially sent out invoices to people who were on the wait list and people who attended last year. And now as things come available with people change their plans and stuff, you know, life happens. I will just be putting openings on the website. So if you want to attend, you can get your, buy your ticket to the retreat. It's October 25th through the 27th at the Hilton Penn's Landing in Philadelphia. It's an amazing venue, and it's centrally located right in the heart of Philly, so you can go see lots of the historic sites and walkable to Betsy Ross House and the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall and all that fun stuff, and food galore. So if you want to attend and come have fun with us at the retreat, there are spots available. What else? Retreat spots, market stuff added. Oh, quarterly club. I wanted to show you that, but I'm not sure that everybody has gotten theirs yet. There are a couple stragglers in paying, and so theirs are in transit. So if you haven't gotten yours, or if your mail is just slow, look away if you don't want a spoiler. The quarterly club comes out every quarter, and it includes a needle minder, a brand new designed needle minder by me, a curated pack of stickers. It's usually on theme, and some other mystery stitchy items. I think it's a super fun little package. This is this month's or quarter's thing. Again, if you didn't get yours and you don't want to see, look away, fast forward for a minute or two. So it comes bundled up. I will unwrap it. Sorry about the crinkles. And I'll show you what I got, what you would have gotten. So the needle minder this time around is this cactus, and it says, "I'm not for everyone." Can you see him? That's the needle minder for this round. The theme kind of is just snark. For me, I came up with this because last market, my chart, it's packed up because it's on its way to a trunk show. Called Happily Ever After, or it has the word fuck in it. It caused quite a stir at market, and some people were very upset by it. But so, and some shops won't carry it because it has a curse word in it, even if their clients want it. So this was just kind of my like, yeah, I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. You know what I mean? To each their own. So that's the inspiration by that one. And you know, a spiky cactus, it just cracked me up. So then there's a bunch of really funny stickers. Some of these stickers might have curse words in it. But I figured if you're watching this and you're subscribed to my quarterly club, you won't be offended. But the stickers are freaking hilarious this month. There's some snarky stuff in here. I worked with Leanne of Forbidden Fiber Company, and she's doing these longer skein. They're 10-yard skeins now of floss. And this, I said, I want like kind of a cactusy color with a little bit of navy blue mixed in, and she just nailed it. She's like, do you want me to send you, you know, a picture before I mail it out? I said, no, I trust you. You're amazing. You always do a great job. So this is a 10-yard skein of gorgeous cotton floss that Forbidden Fiber Co. Leanne specialty dyed for me for this box. And on top of that, you get a super cool cactus pen. This comes off. It looked just like my needle minder. So that was the quarterly club. Those are the goodies from that. Sorry about the rustle of the tissue paper. And the stickers, look inside the sticker packs for those of you that got it, because it's freaking funny. To me, it was, I don't know, maybe it's kind of vain to make a quarterly thing with, you know, that stuff that cracked me up. But I figured if it cracked me up, it'll crack you guys up too. So that's all of my shop news. Boy, that was a lot. That's what happens when you don't film a floss tube for so long. Can we just take a moment and appreciate how good my assistant in training is doing? He's totally sacked out of sleep on my lap. So somewhere he's channeling Albus. Okay, so I came home from market and I started working a mile a minute because I didn't have a lot in the works for my next releases. So I think I have 4 charts with model stitchers right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4. And they're in various stages of completion, and I'm really excited about them. They will probably be released of new charts the end of the summer is what I'm anticipating for the virtual needlework marketplace, that online market that Bobby from Stitching Bits and Bobs hosts. So let me get into Stitchy Kindness and haul, and then I'll show you what I've been stitching on. First, let me take everything out of here. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm gonna take everything out of here. Okay, first piece of Stitchy Kindness. Do you see this amazing bag from Jen of Jasmine Custom Bags made and sent to me? Look at the vintage Halloween goodness. I mean, I am dead. I am dead. Oh, look at this. Look at this puce green vinyl, and the fabric inside is little green skulls, and the zipper pull is a pumpkin. If you don't have a Jasmine Custom Bags project bag, you need to treat yourself. They are just so different. Like, I've never seen anybody that make, you know, it has this separate little pouch in here where you can either keep your like scissors and tools, or you can keep your floss in there. This is the mini size, and she makes a full size one too. She's gonna have a trunk show again this year at Sweater Weather. So that's my first piece of Stitchy kindness. My second piece of Stitchy kindness is Sarah, Memphis Sarah E on FlossTube. She was at market, so I got to see her for a little bit. And she had given Jen and I each one of these. They're a little needle case. And can you see? It says Feelin' Stabby. It's a little wooden, and the top comes off. It was so sweet. So thank you, Sarah. Again, watch her FlossTube if you haven't already. It's fantastic. And then my friends Jen Wagner and Rose from Cincinnati, they were at, I guess, a retreat somewhere, and they had found this Jackson Square chart from New Orleans, and Rose had sent it home with Jen to, what do you call it? For me, for Nicole. Again, New Orleans. I'm like the most New Orleans-y, non-New Orleanian. It's crazy. And then Jen was at a needlework store somewhere, and they had all this original cardstock Prairie Schooler stuff. So she had picked up a bunch for me. She gave me like the mother load. Holidays. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Fall fields. Look at that turkey. Santa's 12 Days of Christmas, 1 through 4. And these are all on cardstock. 5 through 8, 9 through 12. And Christmas strawberries. So thank you so much, Jen. You really spoiled me. So she sent me all of those. So thank you. And I do not have much haul. This is all I bought from market, is the new Prairie Schooler that came out. This is Prairie Schooler 2024. And then the only other things I bought, oh, what is this gunk on here? Ugh, something spilled. Was Stacy Nash Nutcracker series. She hit it out of the park. Bobbin, Maggie May, the little bunny. Look at that cardigan. So my friend Susie and I stitch one of these every year, and I love that little squirrel, those ears and that tail. Oh my God. So that's all I bought at market. I have no business buying a lot of stitching because I just don't have a lot of time to do my own stitching, and I have so many whips that it stresses me out. So I just want to I want to finish some things. I know I've been saying that forever, but you know, it's good to have goals, right? So that's my market haul, or my haul, and my Stitchy kindness, which was pretty awesome. And then I will show you what I've been stitching on. I'm not even sure where I left off with this. I don't think I've shown you, but this is from Teresa Kogut, Stu the Snowman. And I didn't do the called for colors. I kind of did my own color conversion, and I got pretty far down on him. I just need to finish his pants, finish the hearts, and do his little feet. So I made good progress, but then I got sick of him because I wanted spring to come and I didn't want to look at snowmen anymore. So I put him away, which is what always happens, right? Oh my God, Finley. Those of you who have dogs, and especially those of you who have Frenchies, the gas that's coming from his area is nauseating. So because I wanted to be able to start one of those Stacy Nash Animal Cracker series, because I wanted to start one, I'm like, I haven't finished my birthday sale from this prior birthday. So I better get my butt in gear. So my friend Susie and I, she's long finished hers, but we picked Humphrey from the Stacey Nash series, and I did a total color conversion. And do you want to see a kick in the ass? I ran out of floss. I only have that tiny little bit of his foot left, and I ran out of floss. It's River Rocks by Classic Colorworks. I have to just track down some more, but that's all. His tiny little foot. Oh boy, was I mad. But this is his body is let me show you what I stitched it with. The sweater, Stacey Nash charted it as a striped sweater, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the lazy way out. And Boris the Bat is barking, so sorry. And I'm going to just use a variegated floss. So I used cornflower from Cottage Garden Threads. Sorry, got a little tangled, but there you go. And then his body, like his face, I did Page Turner by Cottage Garden Threads. And then the pink in his ears is, what is that? Sorry. Is Rose Petal by Classic Colorworks, and the gray of his body is River Rocks. And I just need that tiny little foot. So the elephant foot beat me. I was so frustrated. But, so I almost have a finish. And then the last thing I stitched on is Silhouettes by Teresa Kogut. I would love to get this finished. This is on, oh, I should take the Q-snap off. Oh my goodness. Because I had to move the Q-snap because I made so much progress. Okay, let me show you where I'm at here. So this is how far I have gotten. I finished this motif over here. I did this moon, this star, part of this witch, this owl, and this candle. So, you know, I'm making some progress. I'm making some progress. Oh, I did that star too, I think. This is such a fun chart. I love that it's basically monochromatic with like a pop of that green. It's such a cool effect. And let's see if I have, the fabric is on 16 Count Pumpkin Pie by Stitch Me. The black is Gentle Arts Witching Hour, and the green is a silk I got in a box from Stitch Me called Clover. So that's the progress I've made on that. So that's super fun. And then I think that's all the stitching I've done that I have to show. And the last is just like family update stuff. Let's see. This past weekend, the kids were on spring break. We kept it pretty low key because Nicole is hurt. She just saw the surgeon. She's going to get her second knee replacement this year. So I don't remember if it was the right one she did and the left one needs to be done now or vice versa. I don't know. At the end of it, she'll have 2 new knees. So we didn't really do a whole heck of a lot, but we had a really nice, you know, holiday. We did an Easter egg hunt and all that stuff for the kids. I love that they're teenagers and they still like that stuff, you know. I mean, we've upped the prizes to like cash and the eggs and like gift cards and stuff, but this chair is squeaking, so if you hear like this squeaky noise, I apologize. So I told them, you know, you can be 40 years old. If you still come visit us on Easter, I will do an Easter egg hunt for you. So I love that sort of stuff. But while the kids were on spring break, we had to keep it pretty mellow, like I said, because of Nicole. But I took the kids to New Jersey and we went to Grounds for Sculpture, which is just outside of Trenton. Seward Johnson is a Johnson & Johnson heir, and he's a sculptor. And it's basically, they took, it used to be New Jersey Fairgrounds, and it's basically like a park with modern sculpture all throughout it of like current, you know, artists. And there's some exhibits that stay and there's some that change out and stuff. So I took the kids to go to see that, and Etta loved that. My little artist loved the sculpture, which I thought was interesting. And then we went to Robbinsville. Just a little, I actually lived from time I was born to like 5th or 6th grade. I lived in Robbinsville, and Robbinsville is a tiny little town. Most people have never heard of it in New Jersey. It is the home of the world's largest Hindu temple, which is like mind-boggling. And it's called the Shri, I'm looking at my notes, and please give me some grace in the pronunciation, Sri Swaminarayan Mandir. And it's this humongous temple, and I'm gonna have a slideshow at the end. Please stay and watch it. It is amazing. They're not even done constructing it yet. It's completely free. They do guided tours to tell you about the symbolism of the art and the architecture. The times didn't match up for when we were there. We would have had to wait around for the next tour. And I wanted to get home not too late because we had basketball games to watch. But it's just stunning. It's just absolutely stunning. And it was really neat to see. Apparently they have all the pieces, a lot of the sculpture decoration are done in India, and they shipped it over and they put it all together like Lego pieces. It's unbelievable. But it's free to the public. If you're in the area, go, and they have tours. It's breathtaking. It's like you're being transported to another country. It is really neat. So I just wanted to let you know and stay to the end because there's going to be a little slideshow. And then let's see, Thursday, Walker and I are leaving for Maryland. He's competing in his gymnastics USAG regional competition. I don't really know how well he's going to do because he didn't compete in states because he got injured his last meet. He injured his like lat muscles, and they were in such spasm, they were pulling out his ribs out of place, and it like he couldn't even breathe in or take a deep breath without being in extreme pain. It's gotten better, but he's not 100%. So his routines are modified and the start value is not as high. So if you do well enough at regionals, you can go to you can qualify for nationals. I don't know how he'll do because his start values are not as high in some things because they had to modify his routines. But his coach, usually you have to do well enough at states to then make it to regionals, and regionals to nationals. And he didn't compete at states, but his coach petitioned that his scores would have qualified him, and they granted the petition. So we'll see how he does. This might be his last gymnastics meet. He's thinking about retiring and just doing dive full time, since that's what he'd like to pursue in college. So we'll see. So if you're, you know, thinking of it, send him some good mojo on Friday morning. And after also this week, my sweet peach Etta is supposed to start softball. But if you are living in the Northeast, you know we have had a monsoon of rain every freaking day, and it's going to continue raining this week. So I don't think she's going to have softball. I think she does have a clinic that can go indoors on Saturday, so at least she'll get to do that. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support and everything. I have rambled on for like 45 minutes, which is probably a record for me. So I won't keep you any longer. Let me just say goodbye with this sleepy little man. Here, Albus. Show everybody how big you've gotten. See, you're a big boy now. He's a big puppy now. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to the end for the temple videos. Thanks again. Bye.